Alright, it's the morning after the Miami Dolphins finally, after years of getting their asses kicked, defeated the Buffalo Bills. And now that I'm sober and more relaxed, I'd like to put some more organized thought into it, but also address Bills Mafia, who is in fucking shambles after that game. Being from Buffalo, most, if not all, the people I speak to on a daily basis are Bills fans. Alright, so I know how they feel. And also, I know that after every time they lose, every time the Bills lose, not just this game, but go on their social media posts and literally hunt down every loss. I'm not going to do it, but I'm sure if you do, you'll see what I'm talking about. After every loss, it is excuses. Every fucking time. I've never seen anything like it. Usually it's the refs, and today there were a few ref people that blame the refs, which I don't see how. Like, where? What did they even do controversially? Maybe one holding call? Did that lose the game towards the end? I don't know. But I don't remember there being a replay showing that there wasn't a hold. So the refs can't be it. But some of them did go to the default refs. But my favorite ones, my friends, are the ones blaming the sun. Oh, the sun. It was too hot. It was too hot in Miami, Florida. If they won, there wouldn't be any talk about it. But they lost, so they've defaulted to the sun. So I am going to pull out these. I believe there's two posts I screenshotted that I think are absolutely hilarious. All right, I'll do my favorite one first, which is from Beth from Buffalo. I don't know Beth, never heard of her, but it got 1,000 likes, so or almost 2,000, probably like 5,000 by now. This was yesterday. It says, if players suffer heat exhaustion and it affects their performance on the field, doesn't that violate OSHA standards rather than act as a home field advantage when they don't provide shade for visiting teams? Oh, they're calling OSHA in Buffalo on a professional football team. They're such sore losers that she even commented on and said, maybe I will call OSHA. And I don't fucking doubt it that there's Bills fans calling OSHA as we speak, trying to get an explanation for why it was too hot in South Florida and the Buffalo Bills players got tired. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Javon Holland played every defensive snap. That's 92 snaps. The entire game. I don't want to fucking hear it. Because your 300-pound lineman got fucking tired. I don't want to fucking hear that shit. That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. Oh my God. That's not even me getting to the injuries yet. That was another excuse, but we'll get to that after this next post that I got here. Let's see. All right. This is from Elliot Easler at Bills DAA. All right. I don't know who this person is, but tweet got 1,000 likes, and honestly, for me in Twitter, I just retweet stuff. I don't have any fucking followers. I don't even use anything personal on there. So I just fucking creep on football stuff, really. That's about it. So after the games, I like to get people's thoughts. So a lot of Bills stuff comes up because they're mentioning the Dolphins. And this person Elliott says, as a hashtag Florida fan of the hashtag NFL, parentheses, and yes, the at Buffalo Bills. Here we go. People die, all caps, from hashtag heat stroke, ... That is cruel and unusual punishment to leave the hashtag Bills sideline in over 102-degree heat index. To see how many players went down was a disgrace. This is fucking hilarious, because what he's trying to do is get people to get all up in arms, like, oh my God, the Dolphins are making this cruel and unusual punishment for a stadium that's been... The Dolphins have been a team since the fucking 60s, I believe. 68. It's a tropical environment. It's warm. It gets warm. The Bills players had a fucking tent. You fucking imbeciles. They showed it like 5 times on TV. Every time Josh Allen went back to the bench, he was sitting in the shade. You fucking idiots. How fucking... Like, what do you think? They were just all sitting there and the sun was just in directly hitting them? You fucking morons. How fucking stupid can you fucking be? They were in the shade. They had a tent. If you want to say that it's unfair for the fans in certain spots of the field who paid money to see the game have to get baked in the sun while the other half of the stadium doesn't. Well, I've been a couple of those games, so I'd say fair enough. But the players, the professional athletes, were not in danger. The punishment wasn't cruel. It wasn't unusual. It was very usual, and there wasn't punishment at all. The punishment is that you people are fucking idiots. That's the punishment. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, look, I'm from Buffalo. The people here are not that smart. I'm not saying Dolphins fans or South Floridians are smart either, because they're not. All right? They're really not smart. But the level of imbecile you'll meet in upstate New York is on an entirely different level. It's on an entirely different level. I mean, the people here are fucking bots, most of them. And just that is some bot excuse making. When if you watch the game, so if you were at the game, you would have seen the tents and been like, yeah, I mean, they're in the shade. You know, if they want to go sit on the bench. And I'm pretty sure they also have fans on the sidelines, just like the Dolphins do. Tents. Fans. I mean, Jesus Christ. And if you watched it on TV, you would have seen after every possession it showed Josh Allen sitting there. For some reason, when the Dolphins score, it pans to Josh Allen, who's a fucking superstar, by the way. I'm not fucking hating on the Bills. Their linebackers make every fucking tackle. It's crazy. They are a sound team. And if the Dolphins would have lost the game, I mean, there's no excuse. But, I mean, you could have said, well, Tua was concussed early in the game and came back. He clearly wasn't the same. Tua wasn't even on the fucking field most of the game, but Bridgewater would have doomed us for sure. But another thing, the other excuse was the injuries to go along with the heat. So they never say that just the injuries. They go the injuries and the heat and the this and the that. Just say good game and move the fuck on. Every team deals with injuries. You think injuries is a unique Buffalo Bills experience? I understand you had a depleted secondary. All right? But what impact did that have on the game? I mean, your offense did what they were supposed to do because they knew that the secondary was depleted and they had the ball the whole fucking game. The only play where you could make the argument that it affected the outcome was the 3rd and 22 to Waddle. But would have Poyer been able to prevent that? I don't think so. Probably would have got the same result. I don't want to fucking hear it. Tua had the ball for 30 plays, and the fault of that is Mike McDaniel, to be honest with you, who I still think is a great coach. I mean, Brian Flores has never beaten the Bills. That's for damn sure. Ever even came fucking close. The Brian Flores-led Dolphins lose that game by 10 points. But the issue was they did too much running on second down. And I am an avid passer on first and second down. Not every time. You obviously have to get the run game in there. But in today's NFL, most of the time, it's going to come down to third down and passing the football. And if you're passing on first down and second down, or at least if it's second and more than 3, if you're passing on those downs more often than not, it alleviates a lot of pressure from the quarterback because it's not third down and make or break type deal. And I think that ends up in a better result most of the time. Russell Wilson was an example of that yesterday, just like the Dolphins. 2nd and 6, they're running again, and then it gets stuffed because now they're reading it, and now it's 3rd and 7. And that happened too many times yesterday for the Dolphins, which is why Tua didn't have the ball enough. I mean, he only threw 18 times, completed 13 for 186, had more yards per attempt than Josh Allen, who threw 400, because he had the ball the whole game. And also, Buffalo's offense, man, they're incredible. They bend, or Miami's defense bend but didn't break. But Buffalo's offense, it felt like every drive, first down, second down, third down, first down, repeat. And they would get to third down time and time again, whether it's with Josh's legs or he'd find a way to hit someone. But I seen what the Dolphins were doing there. The plan was, if the Bills have to go the whole way very slowly, they're bound to make a mistake somewhere. Which with the Bills, that's a dangerous game, but there were about 3 dropped interceptions that game for the Dolphins. They really could have won this game by more. They really could have. The Jordan Phillips one, Xavier Howard almost got a couple. And I can't forget about that play on third down by Howard when he got back to Diggs. Damn near picked that one off. That would have been crazy. Would have won the game quicker, too. But he still made a great play on the ball. But Bills Mafia, absolutely in shambles. I can't get over that. I can't get over it. It's fucking hilarious. It's fucking hilarious how they lose the game. Can't just say good game, move on. Even my friends, man, I gotta put them on blast, man. Through the game, they're talking shit. Josh Allen is a beast. Because it really did look like it was going in the Bills' favor the whole game. Josh Allen this, Josh Allen that. Oh, man. And then the Dolphins just fucking showing that grit. Showing that grit once again. Man, they got something special down there with Mike McDaniels. Obviously some things to clean up. But beating the Buffalo Bills, who, regardless of the injuries, were 5.5-point favorites going into this game Sunday. They beat them. They were resilient. Tua battled through what back injury or concussion. Look, I don't have to pay the fines. I don't give a fuck. All right, he went out there and won them the game. Everything, man, everything about this team is better than anything we've seen years past. And I'm starting to think about not just making the playoffs. What the fuck can this team do in the playoffs? I mean, they beat the Ravens. They beat the Bills. I mean, shit, you get a home playoff game against the Bills. I'm not counting the Dolphins out. I don't think Bills Mafia would either. But if they lose, they'll probably make another excuse. So, I don't know. It was just funny seeing the Bills fans' excuses. And the Dolphins finding a way to win. I got all my thoughts out there. That's all I got to say. Bills Mafia in shambles.